Alright guys, before we get into the vlog, I just want to let you guys know that this project is more of a passion project and a dream I've had since I was like 16. I can finally realize it now that I am in a better spot. I bought the motor for $900. It has 42,000 miles and it is from a 2014 Nissan Maxima. So I'm excited to get this project going. I know it's going to cost a lot of money, I know it's going to take a lot of time, and I know it's impractical given I could probably take all this money and buy a better car. But again, this is a passion project, this is a dream of mine, and more so and most importantly, I am going to be spending time with my dad doing this, so that's why I am doing this project. So without further ado, let's get into some vlogs. Alright, this is day one of my motor swap. This is going to be a very long process and it's not going to be updated very often just because it's going to take me a lot of time. So, got him? We had to pull off the upper oil pan so that we could get to this strip bolt on the flywheel.
There's another bolt?
Well, that's the bolt I'm talking about. The bolt I'm talking about, that's my helper for the day. So we gotta get this flywheel off so that we can bolt it to the stand that I just bought. And in order to do that, we had to get the strip bolt off, like I said, but it didn't matter anyways because the person that I bought this engine from was wrecked. They totaled the car, and part of it was because this pan has a big old hole in it and it's leaking. So here we are trying to get this out. Well, let's see what happens. Alright, so we got the torque converter off finally. This bolt was the problem. It got stripped to hell, so we just ended up grinding it out. Since we're not gonna need the CVT torque converter or the CVT flywheel, we were able to just do whatever and grind them out. You can see where the grind mark is. Oh, it's actually gonna be on this side. This is the one that we had to take out and grind out to get. We were able to pull the motor. Finally got the motor on the actual stand, which was the whole reason we had to get that bolt out, because it wouldn't fit on the stand with the torque converter. As you can see, there's no room in here. We did end up putting the upper oil pan back on, and that was just so that nothing happened to the internals. I didn't want to get rust or any kind of metal shavings while I'm working on it. What we're gonna have to do is strip out all this crap. Probably gonna put new spark plugs in here, most likely a new alternator. This one kind of looks like it's seen its days, and I know I'm gonna need some new pulleys. This pulley spins right, but it has a ton of rust on it. The pulley tensioner, they were trying to take it off when they were pulling the motor from the donor car, and they damaged it, so we're gonna need a new one of those. And they stripped the power steering pump, so I'm gonna have to get a new one of those or whatever pulley was right there and go from there. The next steps we have to do, this guy right here is draining all the fluids. He's doing, what are you doing, Dad? The coolant?
Yep.
He's doing the coolant right now. He already did the oil, which we messed up because we forgot to put the oil plug back in, and when I jacked the car up, it all flew out, which is good, I guess. But we got the hood off. Next step would be, like I said, we're gonna have to take out the CV axles. This whole knuckle has to come out. We might have to take out the coil or the strut and spring assembly so that we can take the transmission. We can't reuse the old transmission because it's timed for 3.0, and we're gonna put a 3.5 in here. So that'll be the next step, is to pull all this out. So what happened? Oh, you broke it. What was that to?
water hose from the...
Well, I mean, if it needs to break, it needs to break.
Elf.
What, the screw?
Yeah.
Well, that screw's toast. We're gonna have to buy a new one of those. Right, once you pop this hose, all the antifreeze is coming out, right?
Yep.
Pop it. The other thing I forgot to say what we need to do is we're gonna need a new cross member. I don't know if you can see this, but that one is rusted all the way. Let's see this, how this goes. Oh, here we go, here we go. Oh, you know what? I forgot this takes the green fluid, not the blue stuff like the new one. Yeah, as you see that, you can see all the rust coming through right there. Oh, it smells sweet.
That's why the cats like it.
Give it
The
a make,
animals, dogs and cats.
make sure your cat doesn't get any of this. Oh, we're gonna let that drain and we're gonna take some more stuff out. I guess it's good that we are replacing the transmission because look at all that oil. There's so much oil in there. Okay, go. Pull it.
Hold on.
Got it. Everything pulled out. I think we're gonna end up replacing that with the Mishimoto one in aluminum. Keep it a lot cooler. Oh, that's one less thing we have to do. Alright guys, so that was it for today's vlog. On the next one, we're going to be pulling out the CV axles and hopefully the 5-speed transmission so that we can get things ready to pull the actual motor itself. So like I said, these sporadic updates are going to happen. I just have these on YouTube so that I can document what I'm doing. The whole thing is going to be a 3.5 6-speed full ECU swap. And the reason I need to do the full ECU is so that I can put in a Haltech Elite 2500 ECU and their 7-inch dashboard so that I can have all that ready to go. I'm going to use the Nissan 350Z base map for tuning and probably get it professionally tuned because I have no idea what any of that is. So thanks for watching. I will see you guys on the next one and hopefully